My name is Bishop M.Loltome, United States of Kenya Republic Presidential Aspirant, come 2022, God willing, Allah or Yahweh, the only God we have on earth. I'm here in United States of Kenya Republic, fighting for the presidency office. That is, I'm actually presidential aspirant, come 2022, lecturer clergy Bishop Kenya M.Loltome. And I'm also the founder of Indonesia International Online, Kenya and worldwide. So also a lecturer clergy. Actually a teacher in theology, systematic Christianity theology and also Islamic systematic theology equally. If you have any question, feel free to contact me and I will answer your question. We can chat online or face to face as you may wish to, as far as you are concerned. So we are going to read the book of Jonah in the Bible, chapter 1 verse 10, and then we build up our logics from there. And our topic is about, does God always pursue those human beings who run away from Him? Be you a leader, be you also any human being. Does God always pursue you or those human beings who run away from Him? Particularly this deadly pandemic, season of COVID-19. Okay, so many people don't pray. Does God actually pursue you to bleed to you, to pray or to honor Him? We want to zero in on that topic. Like this prophet of Israel called Jonah. Okay, we are going to build up from there. So Jonah 1, chapter 1:10 read like this. This terrified them, and they asked, "What have you done?" They knew he was running away from the Lord because he had already told them so. This terrified them, and they asked, "What have you done?" They knew he was running away from the Lord because he had already told them so. Jonah flee from the Lord, actually. Okay? And actually, reason being, he was so jealousy to the Assyrian, human beings living in Ninevites. So he did not want God to have compassion on those Arabs, being an Israelite, and God told him to go and preach to them, in that city of Assyrians called Ninevites. He decided to go to Tarshish because he did not want actually to go and tell those people to, about the word of God, to repent, and then, they will have compassion. Then in that case, he wanted actually them to continue doing their sins, so that God can punish them as they are one of the enemies of Israel. That is a jealousy prophet kind of ideology, and this was actually a true story written 750 years before Christ, or 27 years ago. Okay, 27 or 2,700 and 92 there about years. Okay, because it is actually 27, okay, and 71 years ago, 2,772, 71 years ago. So during that reign actually of Jeroboam, the king of that time of Israel, that was the time this book was written. 750 years ago, or 27, 2,771 years ago. It is still applicable. Not only, secular political leaders of Kenya and beyond, or human beings, who are jealousy to other tribes. Like now Kenya, tribal conflict is very common in Kenya. Among 47, tribe numbering about 50 in number in their population. Even actually prophet like Jonah was a man who was very jealous. I am a Samburu Masai, a presidential candidate, but a Kenyan, leader, if I will be elected actually, by and large, in that case, come 2022. So, being a Samburu, leader, a prophet actually, and a lecturer clergy today, many others, many even Kenyans, spiritual leaders, and call them like Jonah, and also other political leaders class. They want to go to finish other tribes, so that they will continue being actually there. For example, now our president is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, His Excellency, and is from ethnic group of Kikuyus. Okay, so Kikuyus now want actually, according to this verse we have read, okay, or according to this view, ideology of this man of God called Prophet Jonah, an Israelite man who want actually go to finish Arabs, during that time, Assyrians living in Ninevites, many people, maybe even the Kikuyus may wish actually the whole tribes to get finished, and so they continue, ruling Kenya forever, and maybe that is the ideology. That's why the ideology of many, human beings nowadays, which is not good actually. We need other tribes also, among these 47 tribes, okay, of Kenya Republic, about 43, 47 there about, okay, because now some of them have now caught, but they're around about 47, okay, if they are actually coded properly. So, Kikuyus even now, they're asking now, whom do you want to continue being the president of Kenya Republic? They will say, I want Kikuyus to continue forever. This is the ideology of this man called Jonah, which is actually very demonic kind of ideology. I'm not, this is just, I'm giving an example, okay? That's why now, even the president now, people, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta of Kenya Republic, these Kikuyus, they want also to have another, several of them want to be president. That's why they are having so many parties. People's Empowerment Party, what Jubilee Party, name them, call them. There are so many of them are calling themselves presidents. That's why the president is so, handicapped nowadays, because he is in politically, because he wanted these people to leave this seat for other tribes, like Samburu now, Maasai like me, okay? But they just want to cling. It's like, they don't, it's like when you give, a cat meat, to remove it from the mouth become a problem, okay? According to this dirty politics of Kenya Republic. You have to let it go to other tribes also. This leadership of, presidency, prime minister, ministerial posts, and many others. It's only not for Kikuyus only. To be actually the commander-in-chief, Kibushi, go to attorney general, go to chief justice, go to all these posts. They're all Kikuyus, It's not good actually. That's why the country now is in a mess. People want to react, from many other states, and even Al-Shabaab want to take over, the country because we are divided, They are continuing every week. They are killing people in Northeastern, Mandera, Wajir, even yesterday. Every week. These militias, they were from, Somalia country, living in almost a half of, more than a half of Somalia country. These are actually political activists called Al-Shabaab. They are political activists. They are not the rebels. They are not actually terrorists aside. They are political activist fighters, militias. They want to take over all over, Kenya now, Northeastern, Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, Marsabit, or, Isiolo, Meru, all this, Embu, all Eastern and Northeastern. They want to annex. Because they are seeing this country now is, is actually paralyzed, economically, in administration, in politics, and, in, call them, now they want to take over that part of the country. And that's why the government is not silent even. As I speak now, Marsabit, they actually, the civil war is continuing, and the government is silent. That part of, Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, likewise, Marsabit, Wajir, Isiolo, every day, Meru, people are fighting, people are killing human beings. And the government is actually defeated to take control of, security system. That's why I wanted to be the president of Kenya Republic. We want to correct this mess, okay? So that people will feel that they are safe and protected both in their welfare and also physical, spiritual, and spiritually as well. So what we want to say here, we don't want to actually jealousy leaders, or in that case, whereby if you are Kikuyus, or you are the president of Kikuyu, you are Kikuyu and from that ethnic group, you are the only one who are enjoying the cake of, the national cake of, in the republic. Green pastures all goes there. All job opportunities goes there. It is not advisable. And that's why now they are forming their own country now called Central Republic of Kenya. Purely Kikuyus. Luos, People's Republic of Kenya, purely Luo. Suppose now I call myself also Samburu, Masai, another country. And another person call it, all these 7 tribes. What kind of a country are we going to have? That's why I am actually now trying to unite the country by saying I belong to United States of Kenya Republic. All 47 federal states, 290 constituencies, 1,450 wards assembly president. Not one particular tribe of, called Central Republic of, Kenya, belonging to Kikuyu. No. Or People's Republic of Kenya, belonging to Luo only. No. I'm wondering why even Raila want to be the president of Kenya. How? We cannot fit this state of his. Called People's Republic of all, Luo federal states. Kisumu, Mabe, Siaya, and Migori. No, this tribe can, vote for anybody. It is just by God's grace. Why are we mad to vote for them? Since actually 1963 to now. That is actually a very funny thing. We have been actually electing this war every electionary period. Kikuyus and Luo, even Kalenjin, they have actually become presidents. Why are they not actually honoring us also other tribes? If like me now, Bishop M.Loltome, if I want to fight for the president of Kenya Republic, my father, everybody have been actually, giving this war votes. Why are they not giving us the rest of other tribes? Then it means they want to divide the country, and we are ready for it, if that is the case. So, what we want to say, I want to be the president of Kenya Republic because I'm not running away like Jonah. I want actually all 47 tribes of Kenya, 46 of them, living in 47 federal states, 290 constituencies, and 1,450 wards assemblies, to be one, united, unified country. We want a unified country, actually. Okay? Now the deputy president wants to resign. After 8 months, he is remaining almost. He is actually planning now to cause a mess. He wants to resign. Like what, Kibaki did last time. To give actually the Uhuru Kenyatta the presidency. His colleague, Kikuyu. Also now, the deputy president is now trying to lure so many, to convince so many lawmakers as if they are electing themselves. Let us leave Jubilee and join UDA and, I am going to resign and then become the next president. And it's actually these people have led us so many years, President Moi, the late President Moi, was actually a Kalenjin. So we cannot have only Kikuyus, only Luo, only Kalenjin to be the president and the prime ministers in Kenya for eternity. They have to let this thing go. We want to push them by force to remove the, like removing, a cat holding a meat on his mouth. We want to cause some frictions in leadership. They have to let this thing go and let other tribes like me, Maasai Samburu tribe, to lead this country. Okay? So that is why I want to become the president of Kenya Republic. I'm not a person who is actually running away, from God and from human beings, because I want only Samburu Maasai to survive in Kenya. No, I want all human beings, be it black or white even, to live in Kenya in harmonious kind of life, in peace, love, and unity of purpose. Okay, that is me. Another thing today, we are now Nairobi national government, and we have our, small president now called, General Muhammad Ali Badi. He has now toppled, already our governor called Honorable Mike Mbuvi Soko. So today he is actually saying that they want to add some 62,000, houses for the needy people, And also he's saying actually he wanted, so these county houses which have been built by British in 1956 to be bought for whoever's money. And I'm living on one house 138 of that was built by British government, a nice government of yours. Before leaving now the country to be destroyed by black human beings. We call them Black Lives Matter. 1963. So they want actually to cause a mess to us, because I'm living in this those houses, Bakatsi village, house 138, built by British government in 1956. I don't have money to buy the house. The British government has given us those houses freely, and we have to leave it freely. We cannot give Kenya Republic money again. The British government have given us those houses. No. So I want just to make it very clear to General Muhammad Ali Badi of NMS, Nairobi Metropolitan Services, to continue building in those areas now with the spaces around here, even around behind, Nyayo Estate here. There is a lot of, left land in Embakasi village, and many other places which are mentioned like Lumbumba, Bondeni, Siwani, Embakasi, California, Kariobangi North, Woodley. These are the places this general is targeting to remove people. I don't know why is he not removed himself, because he's having his own children safe. Okay? So Bahati, Baringo, Jericho, those are the places this man is targeting to cause a mess to those residents. Okay? Lumumba, Bondeni, Siwani, Embakasi, California, Kariobangi North, Woodley, which is Kibera. So Embakasi is actually have so many constituencies. We have Embakasi East, we have Central, Nairobi, Embakasi West, South. So we don't know which Embakasi is targeting. So we don't want actually a military government whereby, first of all, General Badi needs to be removed from where he is together with his children, so that he will go to the street like the rest of other people here, so that they can feel the pinch, because now he's enjoying a double portion. He's paid by the Kenya government, Kenya Army, and he's also getting money from, being a governor of Nairobi. That is a very terrible kind of government of Kenya Republic. So we don't want a military government whereby they will come around and, remove people who are actually living in these slums, okay? So that they will build it themselves and take the tiles from British government and, take also, those blocks. We don't want such a kind of a mess. I want the President, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, to warn him that although he's now a Kenya Air Force, we don't want him to come and overthrow us the way they have overthrown the government in 1992. So we don't want such a kind of a mess. We want to live in peace and harmony. And those houses, we are going to live in those houses freely. It is actually, we have renovated them using millions of shillings. The government cannot even afford to give us millions and millions of shillings. And our children are learning, some of these human beings, in these places. So we don't actually Kenya Force to come and overthrow us, like the way they have attempted to overthrow Moi government in 1982 during Raila's coup. So this is also another Raila coup, okay? Which is called actually building bridges of ignorance, okay? And we are not ready for it, actually. So I want actually the president to intervene, so that people who are living in this, British houses, living in Bahati, Maringo, Jericho, okay, and Lumbumba, Bondeni, Siwani, and Embakasi, which is very broad. It has many constituencies: Embakasi West, Embakasi South, Embakasi Central, Embakasi East. We don't know which area is targeting, because now I'm living in Embakasi village. Another time, 2018, they have destroyed actually one of the toilets built by the British, and we stopped them. And we don't actually to fight the government. So, and we are not actually ready to go to the streets because of General Muhammad Ali Badi, a military officer. We are not ready to go to the streets. He has to hold on actually and go and build the places if he is given money by the government of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Okay, not to come and destroy the places we are living, and then leave our children crying when his children are enjoying. We want him even to be removed from where he is now. Let him go and be one of the street families, so that he will feel the pinch we are feeling, even ourselves here. Okay? And let him even stay without food 1 day or 2 days or 1 week and see how it will feel. And drink this dirty water we are drinking here. Huh? We don't want people to come and play with our lives. So what I want to say, I want to be the president of Kenya Republic, simply because of so many problems like this one. We don't want actually rich people to come and trouble, against the poor people. No, we are ready for anything anyway. We don't want actually this man to come and destroy us or to intimidate people. People are crying here now. Where are we going to go? Yeah, we are going to live there until Jesus Christ come, until forever again. Because the government is our parents. It's supposed to provide us with free housing. We don't have free health care if we don't have free education if we don't have, okay? And many other things, free security, We need actually to have such kind of, things. So what I want to say, remember in 2022 as your 50th president of Kenya Republic, to save you from nepotism, whereby people with the government, which is now, the government reminding everybody, not a government whereby it's just giving some few people, jobs, Kikuyus and some other few people because they are the one in the position of authority, and some few tribe others. We want actually to avoid such kind of nepotism, favorism, prejudice, color, color bar. We don't want these things. We want actually a government who is minding us. So remember me 22 as your 50th president of Kenya Republic, and I just want the president to know that we are not ready to leave this British houses 1956. So let him advise actually this general of his, whom now is a governor as well as Kenya Air Force general. We don't know why is he getting the proportion of money when we don't have job, okay? So he's a man who is full of stomach. His stomach is filled up. So he doesn't know poor people. I want him to know. So remember me 22 as your 50th president of Kenya Republic, because I will save you from such a kind of monsters, okay? That's actually the information I got today from Daily Nation newspaper, page 22. There's the Robadi actually telling me, you buy those houses, or we can remove you and we will build all that at 62,000. And in these the families now are living in these city council houses. Currently there are 17,000 families. If we can actually multiply by about 7 or 8 families per household, it is something over 200,000 people. So remember 22 as your 50th president, because I will not let you down, and I am going to save you from all calamities in God's name, Allah, if you will hire me 22 as your 50th president. Remember Bishop Kenya M.Loltome. Amen.